Hey, can you hear me? I'm trying to figure out how to turn this music off. I think I found it. So, what's up, everybody? I need to make sure that you can hear my mic. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Is everything coming out there? I believe there's that much of a delay. So no sound. Don't make me log into this myself and fucking listen to it. Jesus. All right. What about let's try some intro music just to put something up there. Is that coming through? Okay, then. I got things in the way of my sign here. I got like 10 fucking microphones up here. And, yeah, so. Can't really see where it says Texas dick, but oh well. Oh, it's that one. There we go. Let's slide that over. I don't know how I end up with the gayest angle that there is. There we go. Fuck it. Good enough. I don't even care. All right, that's that. Let's see if I have video clip audio. We'll just put this one on a loop and see if it. Let's see. Let me share screen. I apologize about this. This was unplanned. Even if it was planned, I'd probably still have issues. That's why it says just testing. Which screen do I want? How about that one? There we go. Now I'm tiny. Tell me if you hear audio on this little clip. By the way, I want these even though right now I don't need them. Well, hell, I don't even hear audio there.
Do you know what's in?
Well, that worked.
Spectacular. Give me 14 of them right now.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what's in?
I love it. Could you hear the audio there, y'all?
Spectacular. Give me 14 of them right now.
Really?
Okay, good. I don't know if I trust you, Louise, but yeah, I would love those for no reason other than you bring something home and you're like, fuck, how am I going to get this arcade game in my house? And then you're like, well, I'll just press a button.
Spectacular. Give me 14
bam.
of them right now.
Really?
That's awesome. So much going on in the world. What do I want to talk about? Y'all throw me something to talk about. I've put so many things in the bunker Discord that I don't think has been discussed. There's been a lot going on over the last, I would say, 4 or 5 days in Philadelphia. I don't know if you've seen the videos there, but it's ridiculous. They're doing, they're like blocking entire intersections like it's a riot, doing donuts. The challengers and chargers, the chirps love to buy those. Because I guess you can do donuts at intersections. Don't really get it. Also, they looted Let's see if I can bring this up. They looted an Apple store, and I don't think it was the actual, looting that kind of bothered me. It was what they...
Got one! Got one! Got one! Got one! Got one! Uh-huh! 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 Free iPhones! Free iPhones!
Y'all do know that those things can be locked, right? Like, stolen iPhones can be locked. I'm pretty sure you can do that with Android stuff now, too. Am I wrong? I don't care if you get an iPhone, an iPad, anything Apple, you can pretty much disable it. Now the little AirPods, I'm down here in my camera right now. Let me change this. These little things, yeah, probably hard to turn those off, But I mean, they do have location devices in them. I can open my phone right now and know where this one, not just the whole case. I can put one in my car, one of them at work, and the case out in my garage, and it's going to tell me where each item is as long as it has a charge. I don't get it. What makes you how the fuck do you not know not to do this? Sorry, I'm aiming up here because that's what you see over here. I guess that would be that way. Is actually on a monitor that's above my current monitor. So if I'm pointing up, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not pointing at God or nothing. So, yeah, this is absolutely absurd. There was a lot more on this. I risk my Twitch channel looking at the comments, but here's the donuts. I don't know how to open it up, bigger, but yeah, there they are. Cops. One just goes right by a cop. Now watch, the cop's going to stop, and it's going to be jump on the cop car. I think that's Gumby down there in the green. I don't know what's going on there. That's in Philadelphia. That's just rude, and I disavow. No, stop it. This is dangerous, man. Scrolling through my Twitter feed. This is just the comments of that one video where them going, aha, got an iPhone. What, John? I don't know why anybody would want to live in this. It's just absolutely absurd. So, let's check some comments. So Bud says it's meets Medea goes to AutoZone. I think didn't mean to put the meats in there. I bet all the nearby pawn shops had to decline a lot of tards. Yeah. If they ran on 9-volt batteries, there wouldn't be any thefts. Well, I mean, they would use them until it began to chirp, and then they would just say that that just, that just means it's working. All right. Did you guys see this one? This one I thought was pretty cool. This I actually watched somebody broke it down on TikTok into 3 parts or whatever. I didn't watch the entire thing, but I watched most of it. This old man had a drone, a Walmart drone flying over his house. And he got his 9mm. He got his 9mm and shot it. I'm trying to make the video bigger. I don't know how to do that. I guess I can hit Command plus and that'll make it bigger. There we go. Sorry, you'll have to read all my ad crap over here on the side. Thank you, Elon. Great. That looks awesome. Thanks for making that happen to where it looks like shit. on my live stream. Now I got to change my view. Oh, what do I do here? Here, we'll just go there. All right, so 0 point, give me a follow. I'm not sure why, but thank you. Probably a bot. So again, this guy was out cleaning his pool, doing some work on his pool pump. I guess he had a lightning strike last week, whatever, took out his pool pump, something to that nature. He saw the drone stop over his house, and he went and got his 9mm and shot at it. I don't know if he actually connected, but this is the police body cam of this. If I can get it to play.
Yeah,
I got you. Where did you see the drone at?
right above me. Hovered, lowered some kind of cord down or something, turned around and sent something back up, and then after it was shot at, it turned around and went north.
You want a coffee in the front?
Whatever you need to do by protocol.
In today's body cam footage, an older Florida man hears a buzzing outside his home and thinks he's being spied on. Unfamiliar with modern technology, he grabs his gun and fires at what turns out to be a Walmart delivery drone. Officers are called to the scene to clear up the confusion and explain the situation. Let's see how this unfolds.
Hello. How you doing, ma'am? Sheriff's office.
Hi.
Hi, is your husband home by chance?
Sure.
Can I talk to him?
Okay. Hi.
I'm playing games on my house,
I got you. Where did you see the drone at?
right above me.
What,
And
can you,
turn-
can you walk out and just kind of show me?
Right there,
Sitting straight above it?
straight above me.
This is
Do you have
obviously
any-
Hovered, Hovered.
Florida.
lowered some kind of cord down or something, turned around and sent something back up, and then after it was shot at, it turned around and went north.
Gotcha. Okay. What'd you shoot at it with?
9mm.
When the officer arrived, the suspect didn't see anything wrong with shooting at the drone. He had no idea that the drone was damaged.
A bit. You've been honest with me. I'm gonna be honest with you. Quite a bit, actually. So there's a federal charge that goes along with it. There's a felony charge that goes along with it. That's kind of like where we're at.
Okay.
Okay.
What happens and what?
Well, before we continue this conversation, I'm really just for you being honest. You really just took me off guard. I'm not
What
gonna
am
lie
I?
to you.
What?
So what did they expect this man to do? Like lie about it? I mean, I'm sure there's a camera on the drone, and that's how they know that this man did that. Unless the neighbors were home. Again, this looks like, Florida. You can tell by the homes and the crap in the background there. So, I mean, what do you do? He claims that this thing was like just hovering over his house for a while. Unless they're making a delivery, why would they be just hanging out at his house, waiting for another plane to go by so they can have the airspace? Why would this thing just be hovering over his house? I don't think so, Jody. I mean, I think he would know if it was coming to his house. He said that there was a tether come down. I don't know if there was anything attached to it. The weather there looks a little iffy. Maybe probably not the best to be flying drones in. Maybe, I don't know. They get a lot of winds if you're near the beach side. I know that. I lived down there for quite a while. Kind of grew up down there a little bit. So, let's see. What color was the drone? We do not know. I don't think he explains it. Whatever the Walmart drones, I'm sure they look like either white or like a gray. I doubt they're black. Maybe they have them painted. They're blue and gold colors. Walmart colors. Maybe the drone should be dressed up in a Walmart smock. You can get one on eBay. Some guys put his smock on his Walmart smock on eBay a while back and said, "Get any TV you want from Walmart for free. Buy this smock." I thought that was pretty clever. And if anybody knows about guns, it'll be Jody B. He had the same reaction when his photo was taken. They're trying to steal my soul. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Grandpa had a Vietnam flashback. Well, I don't know what I mean. Like, what do you do there? Because it's a felony. I think it's more than one charge too. I think she covers it. Let's see.
What am I going to do? I'm going to lie?
True. All right, sir. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say
You're
can
up
will
putting
be.
me under arrest.
I'm
Arresting
just
me?
going to arrange you the Miranda warning just so I can get it out. That way you and I can continue our conversation, okay?
I understand the Miranda warning. I don't have to speak to you unless I want an attorney.
She
Okay,
still
I
has to
got
read
you.
it
Let me
to
just
you.
read you this real quick.
I'm sorry,
and then,
they
we'll
still
go
have to
from
read
there,
it to
okay?
you. Can't
You have the
misgender
right to remain
somebody.
silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. Cannot afford to hire a lawyer. One will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You want to head about underneath it, get out the rain? You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. You understand each of these rights I have explained to you. Having these rights in mind, you would just talk to us now.
Yes, I
Okay.
understand my rights.
Yeah, I got you. So, it was hovering above your house. It lowered something down.
No, it just hovered above my house.
You said something about the pool. You said
A cord.
I guess that's the end of the video. There may be more in the chat here. Let's see. Oh, I don't see any.
At some point today, did a drone fly over your house?
Blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't see any comments here on that one. So let's see. That's a pinned post. Oh, September 23rd. Sorry, I'm just going through Twitter. I don't really have a lot of content. I'm just really effing bored. My my lady is she had a death in the family, so she is at a funeral right now. Or whatever, wake, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what they call it, like a memorial. I don't even know what to call them these days because I don't go to them unless I absolutely have to. Like it's somebody super duper close to me, like somebody my penis has been in, or I came out of their penis, or I came out of their vagina, that kind of thing. Somebody super close. What does that mean? I have no clue what that means. Jody. So yeah. So this person's asking if bike lanes are properly designed in Chicago, or was it slap-fix 'em a patronage pork barrel project to get some votes? Well, I don't know why anybody tries to ride a bike in a town like that. I rode those electric scooters in Washington D.C. and we had hopped on them about 4:45 in the afternoon on a work day. And about 5 o'clock, man, everybody come out them buildings, dude. It was sick. Like, it was just insanity. And, man, those bike lanes don't look too bad. I mean, they kind of protected from the cars, and I don't see the problem. Y'all feel free to throw some ideas of crap to talk about or ask me shit in the chat. I'll answer it. I don't care what it is. Like I said, I didn't plan this. I'm just really bored. I actually didn't feel well earlier today, and that's why I didn't go with her. I kind of let her know earlier that I wasn't feeling good. I'm on an antibiotic right now, and I've normally never had an issue with antibiotic, and I've been on it now since last Thursday evening, and it's kind of taking a toll on me. Like, I have to take one in the morning. I fucking forgot to take one today. I should go out there right now and get it and take it, but I got an issue with a tooth. Basically, it's an old root canal that was crowned, and I've had it for like 15 or 16 years. And the actual root canal part of the tooth is cracked, so it had like an infection in it. So I have an appointment with an oral surgeon, but not till October 9th. So I gotta go out, and so I have to deal with this and not chew on this side of my face on my left side. I have to eat everything with my right side, so I'm eating a lot of soft foods. Sucks. It's kind of, helping me with dieting and whatnot, but so I'm taking antibiotics to get rid of any, like infection. I've got the x-ray if you want to see it. It's not that interesting, but I found it interesting because it's like you can tell where like your like shit. What is it? Sinus cavities come down and your tooth goes into them, and then it's just neat, man. Because I was asking him if I'm a candidate for an implant or if I'm going to have to get a bridge, and he said that's going to be up to the oral surgeon. So sucks because I think implants are like $3,500. I've no idea. Eurobot, no Eurobot, sir or madam, they or them. Talk about stuttering, John. Yeah, I stutter too. So, I've actually messaged him. Of course, this was a long time ago, and I was like, "Hey, dude, I can help you with your speech problem." I was just doing it just to see if he would want to talk about it, but he probably thinks I'm just another troll. I don't hate the guy. I don't have an issue with him. I don't give a shit if he lives or dies or continues being an idiot or owns up to what an idiot he is. I don't give a shit. So I should get breast implants instead. Yes. Yeah. Or I could just start drinking a lot of soy, right? Yes, Lisa, getting old is fun, especially, dental work. I've probably dropped like 15,000 on having my teeth fixed over the years. And yeah, BFTs on John Domingo style. So let's see. Where can we go next with the clippage? What do I got here? Oh, let's talk Kamala for a minute. I don't know. Did you guys see, or I'm sure you guys watch, live streams and listen to podcasts. I'm sure you've heard people talk about this Oprah event that happened. Was it the 19th? What was that, last Thursday? I don't know. I trying to think. Thursday, I was probably watching football or whatever. I don't know. I wasn't doing this. That was the day I'd went to the dentist and found out it's going to be 2.5 fucking weeks before I can get this shit fixed. And I'm like a tooth hypochondriac. I hate having anything wrong with any of my teeth. So it drives me batshit crazy. And okay, Lisa, and this is going to get boring for you guys, but sorry, I don't have nothing to fucking talk about. So here I am. Try to get this camera angle a little bit different. Fuck, I hate all this shit. I don't like any of this crap. So I was a candidate for braces when I was in high school, and my parents just wouldn't do it. They had the money, they just wouldn't fucking do it. So my teeth are really tight together. I was a thumbsucker kid till I was like 9-10 years old, and this is my teeth closed. That's my tongue. And that's because so I know that makes you hot, don't it? When I do that. Mm. So because of that, my teeth pulled out just a little bit. Small overbite, very small overbite. And so my teeth are really tight though. So I couldn't fit normal, dental floss. And they didn't make any like different sizes back then, back in my 20s. So it was rough. I bought the water picks, all that shit. I tried taking care of my teeth, but I didn't. Or I didn't do a good job. And I always was interested in brushing in the morning, brushing at night, that kind of thing. Tried to floss and it hurt like hell. So in my 30s, early 30s, I had a lot of root canal problems. I had to have, the fucking molars removed, the wisdom teeth cut out because I only had one on this side, and then this one didn't exist. So the one up above had to go. Then I had this one was fine, but the one under it was growing in at a slant. So if you take one out, you got to take the other one out because they have to meet, they have to both exist. So that that allowed for more issues with the back, molars and whatnot. And basically all my molars have been root canaled over the years. And all that's been cash because I had insurance during my last marriage, but only for like 8-9 years. And during those 8-9 years, I didn't have any major issues. I had a couple small things, drill and fill. And that was it. Prior to that, though, is when I dumped, shitloads of money out of pocket, and then the woman that I'd gone to was a quack and got fucking like ran out of town because she would root canal teeth that should have just been pulled and put in an implant or a bridge or whatever, anything but. But see, an extraction, you only get like, back then you only got like $180. But a root canal's $1,200 and a crown's about $1,000 to $1,200. So that's way more money for her, right? So I'm trying to see here. Jody says he has donkey teeth. I disagree. Bud says it took me till my late teens to grow into my 2 front teeth. Really? You won't get on a camera, so I don't know what the fuck you look like. Jody says I like going to the dentist to get flossed and have some tits on my head. Yeah. I don't know what, do you call them, like dental hygienist or like I don't know what you call them, right? But basically the ones who, you know, clean your teeth. It's weird. Like mine remembers shit that I told her like 5 years ago and asks about them. It's like really weird. So I notice you're not driving your Ram RT anymore. I used to have a Ram RT and it had issues, low mileage truck, and the steering rack went out in it because it's electronic and they're notorious. They have a flaw where the board, like the motherboard in them, shorts out and fries, and then you have no steering. You can't move the wheel. I don't care how strong you are, you're not turning that fucking wheel. So that cost me $2,500. Well, it was a 2014, and I found out that the 2015 and 16 Rams with the same part number for that rack were recalled and fixed. So why wasn't the 2014? So this was, I don't know, back in 2019, something like that. And I bought it as a toy. I had cargo vans from a business, so I just wanted a toy. It was a little 2-seater. It was, you know, nice 22-inch wheels that were stock. It looked really good. And had 30,000 miles on it. And the guy who bought it who owned it prior to me, he did all the upgrades, man. He did about eight grand worth of upgrades. And so it was a nice truck, but when I found out that I had to pay $2,500 for a steering rack that was recalled on the 2 subsequent, you know, years, I was pretty pissed. So I wrote the CEO, and he said that the best he could do is $500 off towards it. You know, give me $500, you know, credit towards it. So it is what it is. But just checking into the chat here. You should take that as a reflection of the shit you used to talk about, dork. I don't know what you're talking about. Talk about better shit at the dentist. Well, okay, so this chick, like I said, she'll just remember the weirdest shit. She was like, well, yeah, I remember that you had that issue where like you had to get this steering rack replaced. I'm like, did you write that shit on my chart? Because how do you remember that? It's like, that was 2019. Like, that's just so weird, man. How do you remember that? Little things like about my daughter, and I'm like, how do you remember that? You see probably 25, you know, mouths in this chair a day. How do you remember that shit? You know, it's just you have to make notes in the chart, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, exactly. They probably did. So I'm going to go into this thing real quick about camel toe. I have audio, but I don't know if it's going to play. Let me see if I can get it real quick. I apologize. I'm not prepared here, y'all. My girlfriend's at a funeral, and I didn't go because I've been taking antibiotics, and it's really had me just. I've never, dude. I've taken penicillin and amoxicillin and Augmentin and clindamycin or whatever, all these other things, right? And never had a problem. I don't get tummy aches or anything like that. No problems. But this time, like when I do take the pill, I get like I get heartburn, like, you know, acid reflux, and I get that kind of cramp in your gut. No, you know, issues in the bathroom or nothing, but yeah, it's rubberneckers. Here, where's that one at?
Go fuck yourselves, all of you.
Yeah. The mic slam is the best part. It's so good. I've had a deep cleaning. They're like $150 more. See now I don't have insurance because of my divorce, and I'm not blaming her. It's just life. So I don't. Sorry, I'm also trying to multitask here and do other things. So I don't have insurance, so everything's cash. So they give me like a 10 or 15%, discount. Yeah, we are old. I'm 53, pushing 54 here in about 6 months. So trying to get to these clips. I think I'd rather play you the audio clips because I'm sorry, but I like them better than having to sit here and comb through the whole fucking video. So when Oprah did her thing, right, this chick, for real, and I need to know if the audio works. If it doesn't, please let me know. I'm going to press play now.
Thanks for joining us for this very special event. Unite for America! Republicans for...
So did you hear that? Hey, Dutch is in this package. Okay, so why was Oprah? Did anybody watch this shit? I don't know anybody who actually watched it. Because everybody I know has a fucking brain in their head and wouldn't watch this garbage anyway. But I know a lot of people who have seen the clips or heard clips through other shows. And why is she like hyping it up in the intro so hard? Do you not hear that?
Event Unite for America!
This is Oprah. This woman made $1 billion doing this kind of shit, doing TV, right? What? Number one, is that the best optics for Kamala to present a bunch of billionaires and very wealthy people? Because every name that she drops here, who's there, is they have nothing in common with us, me, and you people. Nothing. They don't understand what we're going through. I'm looking at having to move here very soon. Okay. We got to get out of this apartment. And what's out there is absurd, just absurd. And I can go into that. I can throw my, personal fucking, business out there like that. Cause I don't really give a shit what you fucking think of me or if you want to bitch or judge, whatever. I don't care what you know. But I can tell you this, it's for me to get a decent home right now, it's going to cost me 3 times what I was paying prior to my divorce.
Republicans for Harris love that group even more.
That's not even a thing. Republicans for Harris is not a thing. That's like, Democrats for Trump. You're either a Democrat or you're not. You're either a Republican or you're not. You don't just say, well, I'm a Republican, but I'm going to vote Democrat. Well, then you're a fucking Democrat. Jews for pork. Exactly. Jews for Jesus. Right? Muslims for ham. Which, if I'd have done this last week when they were having all their, walkie-talkies and their beepers fucking blow up, it'd have been a really good time for like a ham radio joke. Because they're Muslims, they can't use ham radio. Get it? All right. Where's my fucking... All righty. The jokes are going to keep coming, y'all. Y'all just hold tight.
Swifties for Kamala! Chris Rock is in the house.
Are they in a house? Why is Chris Rock in the house? Why? I don't think I saw Chris Rock at all. I didn't really watch this, but I heard audio clips of it, and I didn't hear him once. Now this thing was an hour and a half long. I did look up the video, the entire broadcast on YouTube. It was on MSNBC or some shit, and I did not see Chris Rock at all. Now I didn't see him comb through it, or what do they call that? Scrub through it. But it looked 100% fake. I did see, TikToks. I've seen videos on, Twitter that were not through the lens of the TV cameras. It was through somebody's phone or whatever. And you could see the prompters all around the room. You could see the Zoom TV screens of all the fake audience that was there. I mean, I'm sure that they were actual, people, but what is that? It's all Hollywood bullshit. Yes, that stupid pandering voice. Exactly, Duchess. So let's keep going.
Jennifer Lopez! Please welcome Kamala Harris!
Is it Kamala Harris? Harris. Now, see, Kamala is right because that's the non-racist. If you say Kamala, like you're riding a camel or you have a humped camel or you have a camel toe, right? That's racist, apparently. So, but because of the A, how the last name Harris is enunciated over here in the Western English fucking world, it's the brain wants to say Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris, but not Kamala Harris. It just takes more work, It's like breathing. Those who are mouth breathers, well, you got to train yourself to breathe through the nose, out through the mouth, right? Same thing with, was it Kamala Harris? See, I had to make myself do that. Now, I did hear another version of this where she does that same thing, and it's like they edited it for the news clip. It was what was put out there for all the media to cover when they wanted to play this clip. And she said it just like that, but did it right. She said Kamala Harris, not, Kamala Harris. I'm overthinking it.
I see some faces I recognize. There's Bryan Cranston.
Are we on Romper Room? All right. Is there a bunch of fucking 4-year-olds watching this going, I see Bryan Cranston and Chris Rock and Kamala Harris and what are we doing? This woman made $1 billion doing this shit. What is she doing?
Hey, Bryan.
Hey. Hello.
Where are you? Bryan Cranston!
And why do these celebrities need to show their support for either side? Do they have that God complex where they really think that if we just know what side they're on, we're going to go there because we loved Breaking Bad or we loved Malcolm in the Middle or that fucking movie that he has right now on, I don't know if it's Paramount or what the fuck ever. Anyway, something about the lottery, him and his wife. Are we that dumb? Do they think we're that dumb?
I hear Chris Rock is in the house. Chris, where are you? Chris Rock is in the house.
How many times do we need to be told that Chris Rock, not only is he there, but he's in the house? He's in the heezy, faux fucking sheezy. Right? Am I allowed to do that? Because I'm not a...
Ben Stiller, Jennifer Lopez, Tracy Ellis Ross.
She's already said J-Lo now twice. She's already said Chris Rock twice. Maybe we'll get to hear Bryan Cranston's name again, and maybe Kamala Harris.
Jennifer Lopez! Where are you, Jennifer?
So that's 4 times now I've got to hear Jennifer.
Yes! Tracy Ellis Ross, where are you?
Who the fuck is Tracy Ellis Ross? Can anybody tell me? I'm not Googling this person because I could give a fuck. But if anybody out there knows, if they're like somebody from Glee or something, I don't know. Why do we care? Honestly, if anybody out there in the chat knows who that is, yeah, I guess it's cool, like flex Diana Ross's daughter? I don't believe you. Do not believe you. So is she a comic or like a comedic actress? Blackish. Oh, well, there is why I don't know the show. That show's not for me. Not for me.
You, Tracy Ellis, where are you on the screen? Tracy Ellis.
What if we had a show called Whitish?
Julia Roberts, where are you? And Miss Meryl Streep is in the house.
Now, we've always known that Meryl is very outwardly, extremely liberal, right? But I still think she's a great actress. She's done a lot of movies back in the day that I thought were very well done, and I don't think anybody else could have pulled off that particular role the way that she did. So some people I can forgive. I can just pull away from it and just, okay. So what? They're lefty. I like their movies.
So glad to have all of you familiar faces and those of you who are not yet familiar to all of us. Okay, Brian, so happy to have you here tonight. Brian Cranston, what do you want to say? Why did you want to join us here tonight?
I'm just smiling from ear to ear, Oprah. I have never felt this much joy and optimism in a campaign in a long time.
I see.
Are you for real? What? Why? I don't understand. I don't get the joy and optimism. I really think, okay, and we'll just call this parody, right? So I don't get fucking arrested in California for this, right? This is all, I'm just joking. It's parody. I think that somebody somewhere has like video or like photos of these people doing things they're not supposed to be fucking doing. So they're like, okay, we got this thing Oprah's doing, right, for Kamala Harris. And you're going to be there and you're going to show that you are just overcome with joy and excitement in your support for her. Otherwise, your wife gets to see you fucking that 11-year-old. That's the way it works. So let's move on.
I wanted to ask you.
Okay, this is Meryl Streep. I want you to hear what Kamala calls Meryl. Have you guys already heard this? If you do, or if you have, and you can predict what I'm trying to point out, please type the name into the chat. Yeah, I don't have any of that going, Grumple. I'm an idiot, and I'm using Restream.io. So there you go.
God, I can't believe I have this opportunity. I probably never will again.
I can't believe I'm going to have this opportunity, and probably never will again. Yeah, you're probably very right. Duchess nails it.
I have a little Debbie Downer moment because actually, I think you're going to win. I'm sure you're going to win.
How can they be sure? Again, it's all just bullshit. It's smoke mirrors, Hollywood crap. How many celebrities does Trump bring out and name drop for 10 minutes at the intro? Like have somebody else like Oprah come out and just name drop. None.
Yeah. But what happens when you win? I'm worried about it.
Look, I got to answer the chat here. Grumple's asking, God, I can't even bring it up. What is your current Twitch? I thought it was like BoomerBob or something. I don't. It's this one. I actually just changed the name, so it's just BoomerBob Show. I think it's one word. I have the Boomer_Bob, and I did it years ago, and it's under an email address. That was my old podcast, and I no longer have it anymore. So this from 2018. So I can't do the change pass because I don't have the password, and to reset the password, you got to have the old email, and I'm not going to pay for that domain name again just so I can get the email, just so I can get back that fucking Twitch account. It's not going to happen. So, but thank you for being here. But this is it, though. This is it. I did make another one because this right now I'm using the background here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's yeah, I can't make myself small here. So the background's for this other show I was going to do with this dude, but I don't think I'm going to. It's called Just Testing Live. It's all one word. Just Testing Live. One word. And that's kind of the idea is just, the kind of the tongue-in-cheek joke is that, well, we're just testing because I always have technical issues or I'm always late or whatever. So I can say, I'm just testing, Besides, it's, life is just a test, right? So getting philosophical about shit. Back to Meryl Streep.
And I wonder if we're ready for January 7th, 8th, 9th, and what happens?
January 7th. What is she talking about? Wait a minute. I wonder if we're ready. Did I hear that correctly?
8th, 9th, and what happens? What happens?
I
wonder if we're ready for January 7th.
What does that mean? January 7th. Is that the date that they're going to count the ballots? To do the confirming the electoral votes. Is that it? I'm sure you guys probably know more than I do. That's the only thing I could think of that would happen. With maybe we'll have another January 7th event. This time it'll be on the other fucking side. I mean, they've already shown more violence on their side towards the other candidate than anything that happened on January 6th of 2021. Got to check Grumpa real quick. Very knowledgeable guy. Twitch is pretty whack about that. Like, I made my original Twitch account with Kin at the end originally. Couldn't recover it because I forgot what the email was. Yeah. So, and that's my own fault for not, I don't even think back then, I don't think they even had like a 2-factor kind of thing where if I didn't have the email, they could just text me to my phone. I could pick like another way for recovery, but not a big deal. I'll just keep this one. It is what it is. Back to the clip.
Tonight, and what happens? What happens?
So we will be ready, but just taking a step back, and thank you, Marilyn, for the gift that.
Thank you, Marilyn. Marilyn, not Meryl. Now you're cooking with Meryl.
Just taking a step back, and thank you, Marilyn, for the gift.
How insulting. Exactly, Duchess. That popped in my head right as it popped up on here. Like, yeah, I didn't want to comb through the video to find all these clips. There's this other show that is audio only, and they post their clips on the interwebs, and they are audio only. And I'm just playing them off of their website right now. And because their clips kind of nail exactly where I wanted to highlight, I guess, in that hour and a half Hollywood fake ass dog and pony show bullshit
that you give, your talent, your creativity. Thank you for being here.
Talent and creativity. How creative do you got to be to read lines off of a fucking piece of paper? Sorry, I can do it. Give me a script right now. I'll do it.
One of the things that I have realized in the course of our campaign is that more Americans than we may realize who voted for Trump before have decided January 6th was just a bridge too far.
How long are they going to lean on this shit? Honestly. I mean, the only one to kill anybody there was a moron Capitol cop who shot a woman who was a veteran. I believe she was Air Force, right? And she was trying to stop a guy who was smashing the glass with his, helmet. He had like a hard motorcycle or bike helmet. And he was banging against the glass on the door. She was pulling him back saying, "Hey, knock it off. Stop that. And this dumbass Capitol cop shot her in the neck or face or whatever. She basically bled out. This same guy, from what I have read or from what I know, months prior, lost his firearm. And it was found in the men's room sitting on top of the urinal. Would you give that firearm back to that Capitol cop? I know a cop here, this is a long time ago, a local cop here. They gave him a brand new cop car. And he was driving like an asshole because he's a cop and it's not his shit. So he wasn't in a high-speed chase. He wasn't in pursuit of any kind. He wasn't on, running code. He was just driving like an asshole, and he put the thing in a ditch and fucked his car all up, right? So they gave him an old, beater cop car, and they got the other one fixed, and they made him park next to it for 6 months, which is hilarious, right? So, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read this chat here. Hey, thanks for the follow. I hate liver. I hate liver too, but I actually like mine. That's why I don't drink so much. Speaking of whack social media, friggin' Linktree. They banned my whole Linktree page / account for having a BitChute link with no content. That's wow. I didn't even know that Linktree. I'm trying to think what I used. It was All My Links or something. It was the last thing of that sort that I used. I'm not sure what Duchess and John use for the bunker these days. John takes care of all that stuff from what I know. But anyway, I'm going back to the clip. No, you are not being distracted. This is a hangout, bro. People can type in the chat and I'll address it. Till they do, this is just something for me to talk about. So.
When we reflect and think about what January 6th was, where the President of the United States, sitting in the Oval Office, incited a mob, a violent mob.
Was he in the Oval Office that day? I don't think he was, from what I know. And he didn't incite anything. He said peacefully and patriotically go over there and make our voices heard. I could be wrong. I mean, I've only heard it discussed ad fucking nauseum. And that's why I really am not interested in doing it again. But it seems like we have to correct these assholes every single day because they continue to bring this shit up. Her husband, I heard a clip of him earlier today, and that might be in here as well. Doing an interview about what a gross anti-Semite Jew hater Trump is. Isn't his daughter? Didn't she convert when she married? I mean, it's just
to attack the United States Capitol, such that 140 law enforcement officers were injured, some were killed.
I don't hear her answering the fucking question. So let's go to her talking about the cost of living. The word salad answers.
We really would love to know what your plan is to help lower the...
I think I have a video for this one, which is hilarious. Yes, I do. Let me bring that up. I don't like that view. I don't like that view either. I like that view better. I got to get my window where I can click the button. There we go.
Really would love to know what your plan is to help lower the cost of living.
Yeah, first of all, thank you both for being here.
Hey, dipshit, they're not there. Thank you for being here means in the fucking room with me. So you can say thank you for calling in or thank you for videoing in or thank you for whatever, being on camera. But you're not here.
And
okay, I'm nitpicking, but
a story I hear around the country as I travel.
Did you hear the question they asked? Let's hear it again.
Really would love to know what your plan is to help lower the cost of living.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we know what she said. It's all word salad bullshit that doesn't mean anything. She actually said so much shit that I think she forgot what the fuck was coming out of her mouth. I think whenever Trump said to Biden during that debate, I don't even know what he said, and I don't think he knows what he said either. That's this right here. That applies. It's just gross. I mean, what is this? Let's see the faces here.
That's a business in
Cutaways.
It's a concept of a business, right?
Yes.
You know where I'm going.
That's right.
And
It's still on paper with the $5,000. It's still on paper.
It just hasn't happened,
Right.
right? Part of to speak to you guys and your family and your dreams is what we need to do around giving middle-class families tax breaks. And so part of my plan is
How about giving us like incomes that are worth taxing? Or how about just stop allowing BlackRock and Vanguard and all these other companies to buy up all the housing and then turn it into for rent or built to rent properties? It's you had 3 years ago, you had companies like Zillow. From what I know, they were playing games. They were, since they have the Zestimates. They kind of have an idea of what things are worth, so they would buy up homes in an entire fucking neighborhood, and then they would as they do that, that drives up the price of each home in that neighborhood based on comps, and they would sell that last home for a ridiculous amount of money to drive up the comp even more, so they could sell the other homes, so they could make money. It's gross, and that shit was legal. Totally fine. No problem with that. But in the meanwhile, it just fucks all of us. Because while I wasn't planning, I was 13 years into my mortgage. And I had paid, it was a 30-year mortgage, and I had paid off over half of it. And it's gone because of my divorce. I mean, we sold the home, split the money, whatever. But I had like a 3% interest rate, and now I'll have like a 6.5 on a house. That same house would cost me that much more. Now, yes, I made a lot of money when that house was sold compared to what I paid for it. But at the same time, she took half of that, which I took half as well. But half of that doesn't put me in a position to where I can buy into this market. Not at these rates. I can do it. It's just I don't want to. So your little tax breaks don't mean shit to me because I'm paying my taxes fine. And when they say that they're going to go give us middle class families tax breaks, the opposite's going to happen. They're going to actually raise them, and they're going to fuck us even more. Because with that particular party, the opposite of what they say is true. Let's address some chats here. Let's see. We've got Grumple. They had teleprompters there. I'm sorry, this is Budbugger. They had teleprompters there for their casual sit down. Yeah, sure they did. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Well, I mean, it's obviously not casual, right? Because we have got Chris Rock in the house. We have got Bryan Cranston, who is overcome with joy and excitement. We have a whole bunch of people, right? We've got Pretty Woman chick, Julia Roberts is there. Some other assholes I've never heard of and don't care about. And so this ain't a casual sit down, right? It's casual for Kamala because everything's on a teleprompter, and all she has to do is just read what's said on the teleprompter, right? So let's see. Grumple says, how will you lower the cost of living? I grew up in a middle class with no daddy. Yeah, exactly. Where everybody had nice lawns. Don't forget about that, the nice lawns, because that fucking matters, right? Let's see. Grumple says, my favorite recent Kamala, is it Kamala? Whatever. Video is the one where it's like, select your fighter, but it's select your Kamala accent. Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed I do that too. If I get around certain demographic of people, I tend to start talking like them. Like if I get around a bunch of country bumpkins, then I'll get a little more twang in my voice when I talk. If I get around some, urban people, I start saying things, kind of blending in a little bit more. I don't really hate on her for that. It can be gross because what she's trying to sell is just a boot full of bullshit. But Grumple, big players can afford to pay fines and deal with regulations that might make small investors not able to use real estate or whatever. Well, they play games with it, they don't care how it fucks us, as long as their bottom line is great for them and great for bonuses. Now I get it. A lot of these companies that are doing this, they manage a lot of people's retirement accounts. So yes, we need that kind of growth, but don't do it with the fucking real estate market when there should be like a moratorium on that shit for a while. Let shit come back down. Let them build up enough inventory to where it kind of levels out to where, okay, well, there's a lot of inventory on the market right now, and maybe my house won't sell, so I'm gonna have to come down 10 grand. I'm gonna have to come down 20 grand because I only paid 110 for it, and I'm asking 315. And I might have put in new hardwood floors and had the bathtub painted, gel coated. So they're screwing us while they and the bad thing is, this with BlackRock and all those other companies, what they do is they use that because it gives them power throughout the world, and then they can affect other things like our government, and they buy off DAs and all that kind of crap. I know conspiracy theory shit, but it fucking happens, right? Grumple continues to comment here, like Walmart doesn't care about regulations, but they can put mom and pop stores out of business. Right. Well, I've noticed, I don't know about, Walmart's where you live, and everybody, I don't go to Walmart. Yeah, I don't either. But when I do, which means I do go to Walmart every now and then when I've got to, I notice it's really, there's certain times of the week when it's, busy time, like a Saturday at, 3:00 in the afternoon. It's busy. But go there on a Tuesday at 2 in the afternoon, there's nobody there. So their business isn't what it used to be. And now a lot of that could be because of online, people ordering shit and having it brought to their house. I've ordered things on there that that I thought was just going to be, dropped in the mail to me, right? No, they fucking brought it to my door like 3 hours later, and I didn't ask for that. I didn't order for like like that kind of, delivery. It's like 2 Xbox games that I haven't even opened yet, and bought them like months ago. They're like $5 each. I was like, those are cool games. I should get them for $5 each. And they like delivered them to my door, and it's like I thought they would just mail that shit, but they didn't. They came like a Walmart bag, and it was like I ordered like a gallon of milk and some potatoes. So sorry about the mic. I have all my other good shit here, but this one is a lot more pop unfriendly. That's why I have it kind of turned to the side. I don't have all my mics connected to this one right yet, so I'm just making do with what was already connected. Going on here, I hate liver. Welcome to the show, by the way. I had to wait 10 minutes to chat. That's some bullshit. Well, do they know who I am? No, I don't. I've never seen you before, unless you use another name somewhere. Sorry about the 10-minute wait, but we have people who are trolls and come in here just to drop like, get more clicks. I can help grow your live stream. Blah blah. Click here. So I have a 10-minute thing. Sorry, man. That is what it is. But I am glad that you waited out the 10 minutes, and hope to see more of your chats. Let me scroll down here. Oh, John Jamingo followed me. Well, thank you, John. I'm glad you're here. Hey, John. Sorry, I'm just now getting to your chat. Bryan Cranston, he played Walter White on Breaking Bad. So yeah, I mean which I thought he was awesome in that show. He was great for that role, but I do hate the fact that he's all about Kamala for some joy. He's overcome with joy and excitement for camel toe. So let's see. Just continuing going through the choice through the chat. Blah. Can't fucking talk right now. Easy watching account. So your easy watching account is the I Hate Liver, John? Wow, Jody. Something's wrong with you, dude. Something's wrong with you, because I've watched Sopranos like probably 5 times all the way through. I've watched Breaking Bad probably 3 or 4. Orange is the New Black. I've watched most of it probably 3 or 4 times. Certain shows are just good now. Orange is the New Black, the last 2 I think 2-3 seasons are, kind of sucked, but exactly, Duchess. I don't remember who the dentist. I didn't watch enough of that show. I know certain episodes are, classics and whatnot, and I've seen those. I do have episodes that I thought were really well done, but not a huge. So anyway, I'm going to go back to this video. It's almost done.
Is also to extend and expand the child tax credit to $6,000.
Okay. What if you're like me and you're not going to have any more kids, and $6,000 tax credit? What is it now? Like $4,500? Why is that? How is that going to help us? Don't you have to claim that as income on the next year? I don't know. Do you?
So that you can, in the first year of your child's life, have the resources to be able to buy a crib and a car seat and clothes for your baby, knowing that.
What about, but I thought you wanted us to just abort all of our kids.
Such an extraordinarily important time in their development, and you shouldn't have to worry about how you're going to take care of their basic needs. All of this.
We're not. We're worried about how we're going to feed them and then put them through college and then keep them from shooting up a fucking school or getting 19 vaccinations in one doctor visit. That's going to fucking give them a stutter for the rest of their life. Funny that I stuttered on it, isn't it?
And more as part of what I plan to build, and I call it an opportunity economy. And it's basically about creating opportunity.
Okay, Bud, I gotta kind of address that comment. If you don't have kids, you shouldn't have to pay school tax. If you have kids, it should end when they graduate. Well, no, because we all benefit from an educated populace. The issue is what they teach them in the schools and what they allow them to do. Now, I've noticed a month or 2 ago, there was a thing where schools were beginning to ban phones in school. When you get there, you get this little like bag where it blocks it from getting like any kind of a cell signal or whatever. And it's got to remain in that bag. And the only way to unlock that bag is with this box that's on the wall, and you put it up. It's like a magnetic, kind of like the things that they clamp on your pant leg when you go to buy a pair of jeans at, Belk or the mall. And they got that, that security tag thing on it, and it has to be taken off with a magnet. Well, that's what these bags are. And I think that's great. I think that's awesome. Kids do not need this shit in school. You do not need your phone. We all made it through school with no phones. Occasionally, you'd have to run up to the office and use the phone to call your mom because you forgot your lunch, or you forgot your lunch money, or your project that was due, your homework. It's on your desk. Fuck, you forgot it, and if you don't turn it in, you're going to get a 0, and that's going to really fuck up your GPA, right? Like, that matters. Trust me, it doesn't. But when you say You shouldn't have to pay tax. Well, then, okay, then I don't have kids, so I should get to speed through school zones, right? That's that same mentality. I know that's not right because I could hurt somebody, right? It's 25 through a school zone. So just because I don't have kids doesn't mean I don't have to abide by, those rules, right? Those laws. Everybody benefits. It's for the common good. You know, the better, or it's in the best interest of the collective. So I disagree with you there, bud. Sorry. I don't know where I am here. Duchess says, yeah, right now, okay, diapers are the most outrageous cost, and they're doing a diaper drive right now. I don't know if they do this crap, where you live, but right now they're doing a diaper drive here. All the news channels are, and they have these big, huge, like pallet, boxes at Walmart, and it's like I personally think all those are for Walmart to sell more fucking diapers. It has nothing to do with trying to help people. So I just don't believe it. I know zero people who have received free diapers from those diaper drives. And I know some people who need that shit, right? But they don't know where to go. They don't tell you where. Well, if you need the diapers, please contact this number or go to this website or go to this Facebook page, or we'll be handing them out on whatever October this date at this particular address, right? I never see any of that. So for all I know, when it's done, right, Walmart just puts those back on the shelf so they can resell them. How do I know? I know. So cynical. Budburger. If you don't have kids, you should. Oh, sorry, I've already talked about that one. Duchess ads and formula. Yes. Well, that's why you eat properly and don't smoke or drink so that you can give them the titty if you're able, and if your baby's able to take a tit. Let's see. Apparently, someone shot up Kamala's Arizona campaign office today. So should I give that a goog, or do you have a link for me? I unlike John, I don't give a fuck about looking professional, obviously, and I will click on a link from Discord if you want to DM it to me. So. Or if you know of any place that I can find it. It's probably all over Twitter. So if I don't drive, I don't pay road tax. Right. It's right. So if you don't have kids, you don't have to pay school tax, right? So yeah, right. And it's like, and then me, if I don't have kids, I shouldn't have to do 25 miles an hour in a school zone, right? That's no. I shouldn't have to stop for buses because I don't have kids. I get to drive around them, right, and just run over kids. No. Jody says, nah, because I'm paying for your Social Security, asshole. Yeah, well, I probably won't ever live long enough to get it, so I don't know. Mine's going to go to Ukraine. Notice now that they're calling it Ukraine. Anytime you hear the news now say Ukraine, they say Ukraine, not Ukraine, Ukraine. Emphasis on the first syllable. What movie is that from? Go. Sorry, just going through chat. Trying to get caught up. I love it that you guys are chatting. I appreciate everybody being here. I was going to invite Tom, but then I thought, why fucking subject myself to that shit? I talked to him last night for a while, and all he does, like, I try to discuss things, have a healthy discussion back and forth with him. He does not know how to do that. The only thing Thomas knows how to do is to reply with sarcasm and hatred and, devil's advocate kind of shit. He never, ever just comes back with what he really thinks, right? He just tries to debunk or tries to devil's advocate everything that I say, and it's fucking annoying. So, and I'll tell him that. I'm like, dude, why? Just why don't you present me with a real thought that you have, rather than just jumping on this whatever Bob says. I'm gonna try to prove him wrong. So I mean, it's healthy because it upgrades my debate skills, I guess you would say, but. Oh, let's see. Clothing and food pantries. Yeah, we have Manor House here. Manor House is great, but I don't know if they do like diapers and stuff. I wish they do like meth and alcohol. John, let's talk about his diet. I hate 6 of those hot rolls with cinnamon sugar. That's Caucasian crack. Oh, he must mean that he had. Not everyone can booby feed. Boy, I am way behind in the chat. Sorry, y'all. Like Jody says, my kid got titty milk from like 3 different moms. I was jealous. Would you drink breast milk? Like, would you leave like right out of the tap? I wouldn't. I'm not interested. I see a little milk coming out the nipple, and I'm like, I'm out. I gotta look away. To me, it might as well just be blood. So I love that Tom is your Bob. Fuck you, dude. At least I bring something to the table other than the same old shit. I don't like ketchup. No, I don't. I don't like catching up with the chat either. Hey-oh. Where's that one at? All right. I almost hit. Yeah, Zane, keep up with the chat. Let me bang my Zenith. And by what's weird is his dog was named Zenith. Get it? He banged his dog. So we're done with Kamala, right? So we're going to move on. So this guy asked a very excellent question, which hold on here.
What would be specific steps to strengthening the border?
Why is it choppy like that? The video must be like that.
What would be specific steps to strengthening the border?
There will be specific steps to strengthening the border. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for that obvious information. No, I just thought we would just randomly do like step 4 and then step 1 and maybe, I don't know, part of step 2, but then go back to 5.
So it's a wonderful and important question.
Everything everybody asked her, it's like, that's an amazing question. That's a fantastic question. That's a great question. Does anybody ever say, that was a stupid question. Why did you ask that? I'm not going to answer it because you're a fucking moron. Just once. Stop saying duh agenda or dough agenda. What does that mean? Oh. All right. I'm about tired of you fuckers. Hold on. Dude, just finding the old chat. Oh, don't post it in here. How do I copy that and paste it? You know better. How am I gonna? I can't copy and paste that. What am I doing? So now I gotta open up my own fucking live stream so I can click on that link. Is that the way that works? Because I will. Let's go back to this real quick. Play, fucker.
My background was as a prosecutor, and I was also the elected attorney general for 2 terms of a border state. So this is not a theoretical issue for me. This is something I've actually worked on. Okay. I have prosecuted transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. I take very seriously the importance of having a secure border and ensuring the safety of the American people. Work in my career has always been about saying, let's fix problems. Let's address the needs, because we know it's within our capacity to do that.
To answer Justin's question, now that bill has gone and hasn't passed, will you reintroduce that?
Absolutely, and when I am elected president of the United States, I will make sure that bill gets to my...
He asked, how the fuck are you going to fix the border crisis, you bimbo cackling hoe?
Yeah, I love TikTok. Bimbo cackling hoe. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the link that John gave me because, unlike John, I don't give a shit about constantly entertaining you guys while I do a show. I'm not putting on a show. Like, I'm putting on a show, but I'm not putting on a show. You know what's sad is I can't even get to my own show because there's no search button anymore. Oh my God. Hey, it's Derek. Hold on, let me hang up on him. Hold on. Hey, you're on the mic. I'm live streaming right now.
Nice. I was at my son's tournament game when you called, and
Okay, well, again, you're going out to tens of people right now over the internet, so watch what you say.
I don't care. He won. He rocked it to center field, and they won 11-5. So on to the next.
Well, that's sweet. So you got to keep doing it. Don't you want them to lose like the ball game so you can quit having to do this shit? Damn, I
I thoroughly enjoy it because I played baseball my whole young adult life, young life. So, before music, I lived and breathed it. I thought that's what I was going to do. So no, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but you're increasing your carbon footprint by having to drive to all these games.
Oh, shit. So it's Harris with their airplanes.
Hey, did you hear about the asteroid that's going to be basically kind of hanging around Earth, sort of in its orbit for like 33 days or some shit before it heads towards the sun?
Yeah, isn't that in 2025 or
No,
it's 2020?
I think it's like, and what's weird is they found this thing like 30 days ago, and it's like there's a asteroid that's 33 feet. By the way, they say it's roughly or 33 meters or 33 feet, whatever. And which is they say it's about as big as a school bus. So okay, so we'll say 33 feet. First of all, it's interesting that it's 33 because that's the magic number, but they only found this thing coming our way 30 days ago with all the shit we have and the technology. I mean,
no, I think they've known way longer than that because I found some things on it from like a year ago. But the interesting thing is when it goes towards the sun, they're going to actually know because it's going to get shot off at a different trajectory.
Sorry.
And they're going to know if it's actually going to hit Earth because it's coming back around. So depending on what it does when it gets shot off away from us this time, they're going to know if it's actually going to hit us in, I think, 2026 or 2027. So we'll have years in advance notice that it's going to hit us, and we got to come up with a plan. Of course, they're testing other small asteroids. They have plans to try to break those apart to see how that pans out. But it might end up being like we get hit with birdshot instead of buckshot or a slug, if we break it apart.
So one of my chatters says that the government only has to tell the public about an impact less than an hour before, and that the small asteroid is going to do the Ricky Bobby it's going to do the Ricky Bobby slingshot move.
Okay. Well,
shake and bake, bitch.
They only spider monkey. They only have to. That's if it's intimate, whatever you say. But that's if they can't do anything about it. Then I think they would definitely hide it from us. But if they, if they had a plan and they've already tested it on other asteroids, I think they would tell us in advance. Like, hey, we got this covered. We're going to blow it apart. But yeah, if they knew that it was going to hit us and we weren't going to be able to do anything, yeah, they wouldn't say anything. Imagine the looting or whatever, raping and pillaging, and yeah, they're not going to give us days' notice. It'll be hell on earth.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got to get back to my live stream. So, if you want to be on it, come over.
Bye.
Later, man. All right. There's Dirty Derek, everybody. All right. Where's the applause button? I don't think I have one of those. Do I? Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Dirty Derek from Metal and Mortgages. Shut up already. Hey. I said shut up. Jeez. So, John, while he was jibber jabbering. I was trying to dig up your story on my own using, the Book of Knowledge. Trying to share my screen here now. So give me a second. I didn't see the images. Hold on. What the French, dude? Oh my God, I can't do this. It won't let me do it. I can't. That's why it says just testing here, because I can't do anything right. Screen share. Screen share. Screen share. Stop screen sharing. Okay. Oh, maybe I have to be in this other window. All right. That doesn't make sense. Shots fired. This was 8:50 p.m. Eastern. I don't even know what time it is, so I don't even know what the day is, so I don't fucking have a clue. Come on. So yeah, that was not too long ago. It's 8:05, so this is kind of up to date. Shots fired into Kamala Harris's Arizona campaign office. And campaign office. What is it? Is a campaign office. Arizona couple smashes through their living room. That has nothing to do with this article, so thank you for putting a video there. Shots, oh my God. Shots were fired at her campaign office in Arizona. Police said just over a week after a second assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. Damage from several bullets fired sometime after midnight was discovered at the DNC campaign office near Southern Avenue and Priest Drive in Tempe. Tempe police told the Post. No one was inside the office during the overnight hours, but this raises concerns. They probably did this so it looks like somebody wants to shoot at them too, like they're important enough to fire at. They're not. So, just saying. Let's see. Detectives are currently analyzing evidence. So maybe in 3 years we'll know what the fuck happened. But till then, yeah, it's just it still doesn't compete with anything that's happened to the other side. So this ex-NYS judge, prosecutor kills himself after shootout with FBI agents who arrived to arrest him on corruption charges. Stuart Rosenwasser, never mind, who has been embroiled in a sordid federal bribery scandal, allegedly opened fire on agents as they approached his Orange County home before his death by apparent suicide. Was Hillary anywhere? Where was she at? I would want to know her whereabouts at the time at 9:30 a.m. That's it for that article. I don't know. Do I click on it? Do I even care about any of this? This is a retired upstate New York judge and former prosecutor. FBI in a statement reviewing the incident, noting that it is being investigated by the inspection division. Oh, everything's always under investigation, or we're going to have a hearing on that. We're going to put together a committee. He allegedly took $63K in payoffs to rig a case on behalf of an old pal who claimed he was embezzled by relatives. So, yeah, that there's no limits to the or there's no limits on the reach of the long arm of corruption in our government and its systems. Let's see. Bud says, God, is this thing slow? Surprised the headline didn't read Vice President narrowly survives assassin's bullet. Yeah, right. It's oh man, the building that they rent, it's probably insured. Looking at other headlines here, but I still kind of want to go back to the where'd it go? To these clips, because well, did you hear Tupperware drag queens? Let's play this shit.
This week, one of America's most iconic brands filed for bankruptcy. Tupperware was a staple of American households for decades, so much so that many people refer to any plastic container as Tupperware, whether or not it is the brand. The company emerged in post-war America, and sales opportunities once revolutionized women's earning potential. But over the years, a new generation of sellers have picked up the torch. Drag queens have become some of Tupperware's most successful salespeople over the past few decades. Oscar Quintero has found similar success selling Tupperware in drag as Kay Sadia.
Kay Sadia, that's the name, right? So there's a part 2 clip of this. Hold on.
And he joins us now to talk about his experience. Oscar, welcome to All Things Considered.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Can I get Kay Sadia's sales pitch before we talk more broadly?
Sure. Hola, everyone. It's me, Kay Sadia, your 18-year-old international high-fashion model Tupperware diva chola from Tijuana. What?
How is that not racist or cultural appropriation or whatever? Anyway. Let's see what else we got. Did you hear about them? They're claiming they're gonna reopen 3 Mile Island, but that's not the case.
Well, the infamous Pennsylvania nuclear site known as 3 Mile Island is about to reopen. Constellation Energy announced today that it plans to restart that shuttered plant in Londonderry, the site of the worst nuclear reactor accident in American history. Constellation says it'll refurbish that reactor as part of a 20-year agreement with Microsoft to power that company's growing electricity needs. The plan requires regulatory approval, but if approved, it'll be up and running, they say, by 2028. Well,
so what that is this isn't one of the ones that, melted down, right? It's one of the ones that didn't. It actually was up and going, I think, until 2019. So, but the way that they present it is like, oh, it's the one that's melted down and they're going to redo it and it's going to be like new again and shit. And it's all for, Microsoft, for the power that they need, for this AI bullshit. What do you mean, John? If you want a link, I can just fucking drop you a link and come in here so I can annoy you. Or fucking vice versa. Same guy who went through Field Camelot. I don't know. Bud says, didn't they spill Coke on a control panel? It was an old SNL skit. I think it was an old SNL skit. I don't know though. I don't. Oh, well, I'm sure he did. But he did it very poorly. Let's see. I'm trying to say that there's a AI podcast that these people have been doing for fun, and I don't know where it's at. I don't know if they shared it. There's a lot of shit going on with AI. For those of you who don't mess with it, I don't really mess with it much, but I do try to keep up on all of the new stuff and that they talk about, what people talk about, not on mainstream media, because that's a bunch of waste bullshit. Don't know if they put that. Some of these Newsom clips we're not getting booted for playing these things, right? And is anybody in California? Because you might get busted for being in here because I'm going to play this.
Good evening, California. I come to you.
This is parody. It's not real. Say aye.
Tonight to impart a few words of wisdom upon you. First, not all pee-pee times are poo-poo times, but all poo-poo times are pee-pee times. Second, anything can be a dildo if you try hard enough. And lastly, the poop map is real and it's spectacular.
So that was supposed to be California's governor. Oh, that was kind of funny.
Election season. Man, it's always a wild ride, isn't it? The speculation, the polls, everybody trying to figure out who's ahead, who's behind.
It's a lot to keep track of.
It really is. But what if I told you we might be on the verge of a major polling shakeup?
Oh, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Today's deep dive takes us into the world of AI election polling.
AI election polling. So instead of those people with clipboards, we've got algorithms trying to get inside the voter's head.
Exactly. We're talking algorithms instead of clipboards.
Well, weren't they doing that in the last like 4 elections? I mean, they just got, better each time, or sorry, maybe 8 if you count the midterm. John is revisiting what he said, that this is the guy who interviewed Kamala. He's saying that the guy who was just talking about 3 Mile Island is the same guy who interviewed Kamala from the local ABC Philly station. Oh, okay. Thank you for that clarification. It's they're what they're talking about in this is, I mean, it's been happening. They've been using, algorithms to push and to suppress. I noticed, like, the other day, this guy that I know on like Facebook, right? I know he's getting a new job, and over the weekend he made a post that he's kind of nervous. He is my same age, and he stutters way worse than I do. He does the whole porky pig thing, right? He reminds me of me when I was a little kid, and he never did anything about it, never got over it. And oh, okay, John. Those 2 AI hosts also reviewed the BoomerBoB's last episode. So this guy made a post about, he's kind of nervous. He's beginning a new job on Monday, which was yesterday, and he going to be working in a company with like 50 new people. He's very nervous, and I get it, because he stutters. I think he's an engineer of some sort. I don't know. And he was like, does anybody got any tips? Because, it's my first new job in 12 years. And I said, wear a Trump hat. That's a surefire way to make new friends. That comment, now fast forward, 8 hours go by, whatever. And like, I noticed I had some, laughy faces on it, whatever. So I clicked on it to see what the other comments were. There was like 25 other comments, right? Mine wasn't in there. Mine was, if you go to the top of the comments where it says, most relevant. And how is mine not fucking relevant, right? Why was mine deemed not relevant? Because I said to wear a MAGA hat. So I put all comments. Now, mine was the first comment. I commented like, mere like minutes after he made this post. And mine wasn't at the bottom or at the top, so it's not in any kind of an order, right? So why was mine suppressed? Because I said wear a MAGA hat as a joke. It's just gross. Notebook im.google. Have you heard any No Agenda the last couple of weeks? Or a couple of episodes, actually. 3 episodes, whatever. Because he's been doing some pretty neat shit. He did some neat shit with this last show in regards to the AI. And it is pretty interesting what he comes up with. Somebody took their show notes and fed that into an AI bot that makes podcasts, and it made a podcast about the show. It was interesting, and kind of like it was like a who are these AI podcasts? Like, who are these podcast bots, whatever, and So it made the podcast. Well, John took the transcript from that and like fed it in, and it came up with because the last show they were talking about the Hezbollah, their pagers and their walkie-talkies, whatever, blowing up. So Adam Curry took that and fed the transcript of the AI podcast that they made about their show and fed that in again just to see what it would do. And it basically twisted it into, you have one of those old Walkmans up in your attic, what if those could just explode? Because that's what's happening. And it's like AI did that on its own. It turned it from a, targeted attack of, random electronic devices that were, walkie-talkies or, beepers, that kind of thing, that were only in the hands or pockets of people that are known terrorists. And it turned it into, what if that thing, what if your Rodecaster Pro 2 could just explode in your face while you're doing a live stream? Like AI did that on its own. And it was really interesting that Adam had like the foresight to see that it would do that it would do the rumor mill thing. It starts off with, John kissed Mary. And by the time it gets, down to the end of the table, it's John and Mary are having gay sex with their dogs. Like it's nothing like how it originally began. The rumor mill, the grapevine, as they say. And it turns out AI's doing that too. I forget what the fuck. Adam was heavily stuck on this one word, and I can't remember what it was, but he kept bringing it up the whole show. It's almost annoying, but here's the asteroid that I was just talking about with Derek.
Earth has a new visitor in space. It's an asteroid named 2024 PT5.
Catchy. As the asteroid was whizzing by on its path around the sun, the Earth's gravity disrupted it, and the space rock and the Earth are now in a fleeting gravitational dance.
Scientists spotted the space rock last month using a telescope in South Africa. That telescope is part of the NASA-funded Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System. And while that name sounds pretty dire, there's no need to worry. This asteroid is not on a collision course with Earth.
Okay, well then, where's it going? Let's find out.
Writing this month in the journal Research Notes of the American Astronomical Society, scientists estimate the asteroid is 33 feet long, about the size of a bus. And, sorry backyard astronomers, it'll be too small and dim to see with amateur telescopes.
And while the space rock has picked up the nickname of a mini-moon, tracing a temporary arc around the Earth, there's some disagreement whether it truly lives up to that title, because it won't make a full orbit around our planet before departing again in the coming months to continue its journey around the sun.
Yeah. Why can't the damn thing be on a collision course or something? I'm fucking bored. Sorry, I don't want to take all you people out who actually care about your life. But I need something interesting. I got to see where my woman is real quick. Find friends. Oops. See if she's on her way back yet. Yep, she's on the road. Where is she? Oh, yep. Okay. She's about 20 minutes away. So I got about 20 minutes, you guys. What do you want to talk about? Nothing. I got 5 people. So, yeah, great. One's on my YouTube. What are you doing on YouTube? I'm surprised I haven't gotten kicked off of that yet, but it's cool. Wonder who's on the YouTubes. Oh, it was that Dune Coon poop face. Not sure what that is, but thanks for the view and the follow. If you're still there, Dune Coon poop face. So I guess you've heard that Kamala wants a debate, and through CNN, and Trump's like, nah, I'm good. And they're like, oh, no, he won't do the debate. He's scared of debate. No, he doesn't. He's already done 2. And they offered you one with like, what's his name, Brett Baer or whatever from like Fox doing it, who I think would be like pretty fair. But no, they said no. So you won't do mine? I won't do yours. Here, sit and spin, bitch. Fantasy football. I thought for a moment last night that I was going to come back and get one over on old Jamingo, but I didn't. It was very close. I don't know why. I did have one guy that I probably could have played. He was on the bench on my team, and if I would have played him, I probably would have beat John, because he I lost by basically 9.3 points. 9.3 points. Can't read it, probably fucking backwards, but it was 387.44. Raging Jamingo to 378.18. So 387, 378. 9 points, dude. 10 points would have made the difference. And I had a guy on the bench that did way more than when I had active. And but you don't know. Like, you don't know if these guys are going to even be put in the game that week, right? I mean, so I don't know what to do about it. I've made some adjustments. I don't know that they're any good. I thought my quarterback overall did okay. This week, I'm not sure who I'm going up against. My quarterback, where is it? So John's quarterback, Jalen Hurts, Roll Tide, did just under 28 points. My quarterback did 48 plus. So not bad, more than I thought I would get out of Joe Burrow. But I had some like a running back that only got 1.3 yards. That's absurd, So I had another tight end who got 0, and I had a kicker that got 0. So it's one of those things, man. You don't know who they're going to put in. Now John says he's traded Jalen for Patrick Mahomes. So you traded or you dropped? Oh yeah, Patrick Mahomes was already. Who had him? Was it? Let me guess. One of your kids. One of your kids. You were like, look, Christmas is around the corner. You got a birthday coming up. Tracy. Is that, I don't know if, is that one of your kids? I don't know all these people. Sorry. Oh, traded. Yeah. I don't think you have a kid named Tracy. That's like more like common name down here for guys. Stacy and Tracy. Megan wanted him. Okay. Well, I mean, that's cool. What is it? Is it the Eagles thing? Because he's a bird. Is that why? I mean, I like I said, I think I got his good year last year. I think was his best. He was, almost way beyond expectations or projections in every game last year. This year I just kind of, because we had so many in the league this year, which was great. It was great to see everybody wanting to jump in and play. I love it. I love seeing everybody being involved like this in this small, tight knit, community. And so it is cool, and I like seeing your kids in there, man. That's awesome. I love that you've got them in there. It's great. But it did make draft time a little more slim pickings. Where I was positioned in the drafts, it was like I was like 15th, and then I was 3rd. So I would pick, and then 2 people would pick, and then I was back up again, or something like that. It was horrible. So, plus, while full disclosure, like for half of the draft, I was driving, going to the gas station, get pack of smokes and a Slurpee, So, and then driving home and trying to drink the damn thing and trying to pick or queue up who I wanted, and I had gone the day before and I put in a queue, but I wasn't sure how all that worked, and I'm doing it on my phone on the app. So, hey, Duchess, welcome back. So we're talking about fantasy football and how I almost beat John last night, but he ended up getting me by 9 points. Let me see how Duchess did. Don't tell me. I'm going to look it up. So I am currently 4th in our I guess the East Coast. Where's Duchess? Duchess is tied at second, so I'm tied at fourth. How's that? So we don't have a third. We got 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, because we got 5 of us are 1 and 2 in our division. But Duchess is doing all right. I don't know who her last game was. She's 2-1. I do not see who her last game was. So matchup stats. Let me see. Nope, doesn't show. 24 stats. Nope, doesn't show. Oh well. So yeah. It is fun. I did my football sheet. I did pretty good this week. I got basically a 70, or was it, what do they call it in baseball? Like pointers, like 750. I basically did 3/4 of the games. I got right. I got 12 out of 16. So that's not bad. And that's going, with the spreads. So sometimes that helped me. Sometimes it hurt me. I had some wins because of the spread. I had I think 1 or 2 losses because of the spread. So, when do we find out who we go up against next week? Is that tomorrow? So, gotta run. Talk to you later. All right, John. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. I'm going to end this very soon myself. So, my girlfriend's going to be home, and we got some things to discuss. We have to discuss our possible relocation and what we're going to do. She's probably going to be wore out, so I don't want to bother with all that shit. Maybe do that tomorrow. But it's just another case of this. How do I share my screen again? It's just another case of this.
Everything I touch turns to shade. Everything I touch turns to shade. Oh yeah. Everything I touch turns to shade, and you don't care.
Yeah. You're welcome. I was just in the app and it doesn't show. Like, it shows my matchup, right? And it'll show me and John still. So, and then I go to like league and it doesn't show anything about matchups. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. It still shows week 3. Maybe if I pick week 4, it'll do it. Week 4. Oh, yeah, it does. So I'm going against M. Buchanan. So I think that's who John should know. Yep, she has Mahomes still. So I'll be going. I think her and John just traded. She said that, or John said that her and he just traded quarterbacks. So she's got Jalen Hurts now, but it still shows her having Mahomes. So, who am I going up against? So yeah, I'm going up against his daughter. I'm probably going to get my ass kicked. I don't know. She's 1-2 as well, and she's on a 2-game losing streak, as am I. Who's Duchess playing? You're playing Fake Fan. I don't know who that is. S. Sperling. Fake Fan. So I don't know. I don't know who that is. But yeah, I think the trades happen on Wednesdays. So I think that's cool, though. I think that's cool. John's not happy. He wanted Jalen so bad, right? And I'm like, I don't care for him this year because I know I got him last year and I got his good year. So I don't know. Okay, never mind. I won't say that out loud. So did I not have a video in here? Did I not upload a video? I did. Let's have fun with it. Nope. That's not the one I uploaded. God, I hate this shit. Because I know I uploaded a video in this shit and it's not here. I don't do this often enough to, like, I have the video. Fuck, I made it. Here, I made it 1 minute long. Made a little jam. It was fun. I'll just play it right now because I'm probably about to bail. So, yeah. All right. Well, thank everybody for hanging out with me. I know this has been 2 hours of absolute boredom, but look, man, this is just a hang. I even put it in the title, and just hanging out, come and hang out, because I don't really have anything put together. But I did. This was pretty easy for me to get it up and going. So now that I have it set up or whatever, I'm going to do a little more work in regards to certain things, so it'll flow a little bit better. But this time, now I can start maybe, gathering content and doing that kind of stuff. So that way it's easier. And it has a little more of a flow to it. I apologize. Sometimes I like just hanging out. It was nice to see all of you guys in the chat. Nice to talk to you. Nice to hear your input on the things I talked about. And I really do appreciate everybody hanging in there. And if you don't mind, give the channel a like and a follow. All 4 of you that it probably already have. So if you're watching this after the fact. So I think my chick's home. Maybe she'll come in here and you'll get to see her. Probably not. Alrighty.